And
Sean
to that
Duffy,
point,
if you lose on this point, let's say you keep the government running, but there's no coupling it to Obamacare. A lot of Republicans say they want to raise it, and once again, when you need to raise the debt ceiling in mid-October. Listen to what the president said this week.
You have never seen in the history of the United States the debt ceiling or the threat of not raising the debt ceiling being used to extort a president or a governing party and trying to force issues that have nothing to do with the budget and have nothing to do with the debt.
All right, go ahead and respond to the president, Sean.
Listen, Wolf, you know well that in 2006, Barack Obama made a floor speech talking about how we were mortgaging our children's future by raising the debt limit. We owe $17 trillion in debt. We're willing to raise the debt limit as long as we reform the way that we spend and reform our entitlement program. And the president is going to have to negotiate with us, just like he wants to negotiate with Syria and Russia, to figure out a solution on how we resolve this debt problem. We're willing to raise it, but listen, we can't continue down this path of borrowing and spending. And if he'll work with us, we can find common ground and not have any brinksmanship. But he has to negotiate. He has to come to the table.
But does he have to come to the table on Obamacare or other issues?
Listen, I hope he comes to the table on all of them. This is divided government. And I think there's enough issues on both sides where everyone can be a winner. And if everyone gets something that they want, we can walk away and I think America wins. But if you just draw a line in the sand, if you draw your red line and don't talk to the other side like the president's doing right now, listen, you can't find resolution, and that's when you see brinksmanship, and that's when you see these threats of government shutdowns or debt limits not being raised. We don't want to see that. I think that's too catastrophic.
Let me give Peter King the last word. Give some advice to your fellow Republicans in the House and Senate right now.
I would say keep in mind we cannot let the government shut down. And if we make it through this continuing resolution crisis, it will be because of John Boehner's leadership, and the president has an absolute obligation to sit down with John after this and resolve the debt ceiling issue. For him to say he won't negotiate is the height of arrogance. If he can sit down with Vladimir Putin, he can sit down with John Boehner.
Peter King, Sean Duffy, gentlemen, thanks very much.
Thanks, Wolf.